Good afternoon, everyone. It's March 20th, 2020. Just giving you an update where we're at right now with this whole COVID-19 response and everything that's going on. Currently, the positive cases for COVID-19 have been on the increase. We've been rapidly increasing with the amount of positives that we've been seeing. It's all over the media. So with that, our FC responses have been going up. Currently, we're asking all members to self-monitor their health, meaning that we want you to take your temperature twice a day, once in the morning and once at night. Symptoms that you may see is a fever of 100.5 or higher, a cough, or also shortness of breath. Those are the three symptoms that the CDC has been recognizing for COVID-19. And again, we want you to self-monitor twice a day, taking your temperature and checking yourself if you have a cough or shortness of breath. If you have any of those symptoms, we do not want you responding on any alarms or coming to the firehouse. Stay home, notify a chief or officer that you have one of these symptoms, and we will instruct you on what to do. Okay? We're going to continue to respond to all alarms within our district and our neighbors as we've done in the past. If you're asymptomatic, we still want you to come up here and respond to your alarms. We still want you to go on the calls. Again, it's very important that we provide our service to our community and everyone around. Members are no longer allowed to be on the truck room floor. When you come up here, if you're here just to hang out, you can stay to the rec room only and to the bathrooms on that side of the hallway. Make sure you are social distance over 6 feet from each other person. We don't want to keep spreading this virus. Also with that, proper hygiene. Washing your hands for 20 seconds with soap and warm water. And if you don't have access to a sink, using an alcohol sanitizer on your hand multiple times to make sure you're not spreading the virus. Again, it's very rapid from you touching your face with your hands. You're going to keep spreading that virus. Again, we've been saying this all along, just reiterating it. All members are to enter from the north parking lot entrance, and you must strike your key fob. This is to have a digital record of who's in the building at what time. God forbid we need to get in touch with you for an outbreak. We want to be able to get a hold of all the members quickly and efficiently. You're no longer allowed to enter from the north, from the flagpole entrance or from the rear of the firehouse or come through a bay door. We want everybody to come through the north parking lot and strike their key fob. Also, Station 1 is now off limits in the rec room. You can still respond there for alarms, but you cannot go in the rec room. You can only go onto the apparatus floor, respond, and then leave the building. The rec room is going to be used just for Medic 45. Again, if they come in contact with a patient from our district or anyone else's, we're able to sanitize and keep the spread just minimalized to them. Okay? Going forward, we'll be responding with minimal crews, meaning that on an ambulance call, we're going to have just a driver and an EMT in the back. We don't want a crew member going on the initial alarm. Crew members can stay here in quarters if they're needed. When you get on scene and you evaluate the patient, you need additional manpower, let dispatch know. We'll send additional people to come help you out. On the fire side, we want to respond on our first deal with just a chauffeur, a fire officer, and 2 firefighters in the back of the apparatus. And again, if you need additional personnel, let dispatch know, reactivate, and we'll send additional apparatus. Okay. Big with our ambulances, we have very expensive equipment and stuff that's in high demand right now. If it's going to be unmanned, you must lock the ambulance. We prefer the driver stays with the ambulance, but if the driver needs to go into the hospital, whatever reason, lock the ambulance. Between having the PAPR devices, N95s, and everything else inside of there, we're afraid of it being taken off of our vehicles. Isolation kits. The district has gotten a surplus of supplies now, so we're in a good standing, but we got to be careful with our supplies. We've made isolation kits like this. Inside of here is going to be a pair of glasses, an N95 mask, a surgical mask, and a gown. Basically, the gown's like a smock that you can wrap behind you. It's impervious to fluids, so you want to wear that, gives you the maximum protection. The N95 mask you're going to put on, we're then going to put a surgical mask over the N95 for extra protection so that we can keep the N95 if you want to keep it and hold on to it. Again, it keeps all the extra fluids away from it. Also, a set of glasses. The plastic glasses are going to be used for your eye protection. What we're asking with the eyeglasses after the call, there is a bin behind the hand scanner, a table set up with all cleaning products. Put the eyeglasses into that bin so the district can wash them and we can reuse them. Again, they're multi-use. We will sanitize them and allow to reuse them. Everything else gets thrown out. And an N95, if you want to keep it for your personal use, you're more than welcome to do that. Also, the PPE, meaning the yellow coats or the black EMS pants, you can use that as well as protection. That's a great barrier for moisture or anything else like that. If you want to wear that, we highly encourage that. After the call, put it into the shopping cart behind the hand scanner. The district will wash everything and then put it back on the rack behind the ambulances. Again, that's very important. As you know, we got the PAPR devices. We will be sending out a policy with that. We want to use the PAPR devices on any high-risk calls, meaning someone in their immediate family or someone they've been in contact with has tested positive for COVID-19. They've gotten a COVID-19 test, they have not gotten the results, and their symptoms have gotten worse. You would want to wear the PAPR mask, a gown, or PPE, and gloves. Very important. We're going to transport, if we determine it's that high risk of a patient, we're going to transport the whole way through from when we do initial patient contact to the very end, wearing the PAPR with our full PPP in place. At the end, as per the other video, we're going to take off the PPE, put it behind the ambulance, the district will get notified, and they get cleaned. We have spare units to put in place, so we'll never be down a PAPR device on any of our EMS response equipment. Okay? So those are the updates I have for now, and we will talk to you soon. Thank you very much. Have a good day.